I wonder if any of y'all grew up listening to great fairy tales. I'm sure a lot of you have heard fairy tales, or maybe folk tales. Well, we've actually seen them on TV shows, but there's this one show that did have both of those, sometimes in live action form or animated form. Last year, it celebrated its 35th anniversary, and I'd say nobody's ever talked about this show in the YouTube environment, but that's going to change as I talk about this show. And do you remember? It's the show known as Long Ago and Far Away. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews presents Do You Remember? This video is dedicated in memory of James Earl Jones, whom we sadly lost September 9th, 2024. He hosted the show I'm going to be talking about in this Do You Remember episode. Rest in peace. He was well known for voicing Darth Vader and Mufasa in The Lion King. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Doyle, the Big D to you. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, I am back again with another episode of my Do You Remember series. Today, I'm going to be talking about another long lost show from the good old days. Now, as some of you may know, that I grew up watching several of these great shows that PBS showed. And I'm going to say a lot of them were pretty well popular. I mean, aside from shows like Sesame Street or heck, even Mr. Rogers and shows that were from my time, like Square One TV or 321 Contact or, well, any others. They were so good, but there were some that were pretty underrated and some that were very rarely remembered. Like this show I'm going to talk about right here in this episode. I hope you're ready for it. So if you are, then let me ask you, do you remember the show Long Ago and Far Away? Long Ago and Far Away was a children's TV series that blended live action and animated, well, stories based on folktales and fairy tales. The show originally premiered on PBS on January 28, 1989. Now, the series was created by PBS's own Boston broadcast service of a network, well, station as WGBH, who, of course, was already well known for giving some pretty good shows, including the original Zoom and This Old House. Of course, this would be one of the shows that I remember that they did during my childhood. The others being Degrassi Junior High and Degrassi High. Of course, WGBH was, well, is a member of PBS, which allowed for the series to be viewed on various other stations from them. Now, each episode began with host James Earl Jones, who hosted the series for its first couple of seasons. And he sits in a chair in a room with a table, lamp, and window, and the walls were blue with white dots in order to make it appear as if the room was sitting out in space or the night sky. Now, of course, Jones talks during the short opening section, then acts as narrator for the balance of an episode at times. The series presents stories based on traditional folk and fairy tales. A number of presentation methods were used to tell these stories, with stop motion animation, live action, or traditional animation being used depending on the episode. Now, Jones only hosts in seasons 1 and 2. The series also featured a number of guest narrators, including Tammy Grimes, Mia Farrow, Peter Chelsom, Robert Hardy, and even Kevin Kline. But there were also some voices in various characters in some of these stories, including Regis Philbin, David Jason, Simon Callow. Anyway, I do remember seeing this show as a kid, and I really liked it. It had some nice, fun-filled stories and what have you. Now, some of these were actually based on some of the popular books that I'm familiar with. Ones that I'm mostly familiar with were the two episodes that aired in May of 1989 that were based on the Frog and Toad series, which, of course, if you have Apple TV Plus, it, of course, have a new animated series. Now, these two were actually kind of like stop motion animation or kind of like clay animation. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I saw these. But anyway, this show was really good. It featured some pretty good stories, including the Pied Piper of Hamelin, the Reluctant Dragon. There were Hungarian folk tales, Wind in the Willows, The Man Who Planted Trees, even stories of Beauty and the Beast and Noah's Ark, and The Emperor's New Clothes as well. Anyway, after four seasons were done, and please stand by, I'll be back with the number count of episodes. After a total of 35 episodes were produced and aired, the show ended in late 1992, but however continued in reruns until September of 1994. The film went on to be nominated for awards for like the Advancement of Learning Through Broadcasting from the National Education Association and the Achievement in Children's Television Award from Action for Children's Television, and lots of other awards. So anyway, I feel like I said, this is easily probably a rare gem of a show. Long Ago and Far Away is very nice. I think you'll like it if you give this show a watch. Please stand by, and I'm going to show you a little shot of. Sorry, I paused of its host and the background for how this started out. Okay, here's a freeze frame of original host James Earl Jones, who hosted the show in the first two seasons. I mean, rest in peace. That's what the background looked like for his run on the show. Now, aside from him doing the voice of Darth Vader in the Star Wars series, and then after this series ended, he would go on to voice Mufasa in The Lion King. He did an exceptionally good job in introducing the stories, even though it was only for the first two seasons. But nevertheless, Long Ago and Far Away, I thought was a very good show, and I thought this was such an amazing experience. Now, if you're wanting to know where this series is, no problem. There are some episodes of the series currently available on YouTube. Now, I watched one of the episodes earlier today, and I gotta say, it's really good. There's several stories that are currently available. Okay, well, maybe I'm not the first person to talk about this show. I see someone actually did a top 10 episodes of this series, as a matter of fact. So I humbly apologize to the, well, for not, for just completely forgetting. But this is the first time where someone's talking about the actual series. Now there are now some of the episodes include the series' first episode, the Pied Piper of Hamelin. Plus, there's also episodes like Bill the Minder and the Talking Parcel. And there are several others. Just do your best to look real hard and make sure to look up Long Ago and Far Away TV series. And I think you'll enjoy it. And I think, and your kids might want to check this out as well. I think they'll really love it. So anyway, so your best chance to find these episodes. Not all episodes are available. There are just a few episodes, and I will say it's got an amazing theme song as well, which is so incredible. Definitely. But anyway, if your kids want to see what some stories that were fairy tales or folk tales were like in live action or animated form, then I'd say check out Long Ago and Far Away. I think you'll really like it. Excuse me, everyone. So, what did you think of Long Ago and Far Away? Did you ever see this as a kid? If so, let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel. Make it grow, make the views grow. Tell all your friends about my channel, get them to know me, maybe they'd like to be a part of my Big D Nation. And share my vids with your friends if you like. Next time, I'll be bringing to you a review of Taken 2. So if you like this, consider checking out some of these other shows that I've talked about. In the upper left hand corner is the TV log I did on a big type of series of books that PBS had, and it's Reading Rainbow. In the upper left hand corner is a Saturday morning TV log I did on CBS Story Break, and the bottom left hand corner is the episode, well, the Saturday morning TV log on the ABC weekend specials. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy, as well as the Do You Remember series. We'll have another episode coming up sometime down the road. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.